Today, we actually have a really interesting studio guest, and I am sure you're going to be transforming. Today, we have a really special guest who's going to be discussing a little bit more information about the International Yoga Day. Not just that, those of you out there who are interested in meditation and yoga, well, today we're going to find out a lot more about how you can get involved. Not just getting involved, but about why is it beneficial to us? And what is this International Yoga Day all about? So stay tuned in, and we're going to be finding out a little bit more from our surprise studio guest. Stay tuned in to find out more. You've tuned into Honey Kalaria's Midday Masti on Nusound Radio 92 FM. As promised, we're going to be discussing about the International Yoga Day, and we have a studio guest called Divya Patel. That's right, all you Patels out there. I know you feel at home. So here comes Divya Patel. She's from Kenya originally. She's got an accountancy background, but not just that. She's been involved in the world of meditation since the age of 27. Wow, that's a long time. And I can tell you one thing, she's an amazing woman. I've met her, I've spoken to her, and she has so much wisdom to share with the rest of us. So stay tuned in, because we're going to be speaking to her very shortly about meditation and yoga, a special meditation technique called Heartfulness Meditation. Stay tuned in, and welcome back to Honey Kalaria's Midday Masti. And as promised, we have a wonderful studio guest who's joined us today to talk a little bit more about Heartfulness Meditation. As those of you who are involved in the world of yoga and meditation are aware, it was International Yoga Day yesterday, and it's a day that's been celebrated all over the world. That's right, all over the world. Actually, it was Narendra Modi who suggested that we should have this International Yoga Day, and it was a tradition. I think it was set up in September 27th, 2014. And there was one very interesting quote that Narendra Modi had said, and that is, "Yoga is an invaluable gift of India's ancient tradition. This tradition is 5,000 years old. It embodies unity of mind and body, thought and action, restraint and fulfillment, harmony between man and nature, a holistic approach to health and well-being. It is not about exercise, but to discover the sense of oneness within yourself, the world and the nature. By changing our lifestyle and creating consciousness, it can help in well-being. Let us work towards adopting an International Yoga Day." And that was Narendra Modi around September 27th, 2014 at the UN General Assembly. So well done, dear Narendra Modi ji. I think you've done an amazing job. And meanwhile, without much further ado, let's welcome Divya to the studio. Hello, Divya.
Hello, honey. Thank you so much for having me over at your studio.
Oh, we're so honored to have you here. Not just that, you have such a beautiful, relaxing voice.
Thank you.
Divya, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're going to share with us about, Heartfulness Meditation, but can you just give us a quick little brief background about who you do, what you are, and what do you do?
Yes, I'm originally from Nairobi, Kenya, of Indian origin, and meditation came to me at the young age of 27, accidentally, when I was holidaying in India. My father was a medical doctor, and he felt that he wanted to give me another side to my life, because I was brought up very actively in a boarding school. And that's how, when so many years back, I found the Heartfulness Institute, and I've now been meditating with them for the last 25 years, and I'm also a facilitator for the Heartfulness Institute.
Wow, and I know you're also based locally, because there's a centre here just in Stratford in our local vicinity where people could go along and also meditate. Is that right? There's a centre in quite a few places all over the world, really.
Yes, indeed. So the Heartfulness Institute is actually based the world over. We have millions of centres, meditation centres and retreat centres, research facilities for people from all backgrounds of religion and all walks of life to come and join us there. And we actually are a not-for-profit organization, and we impart this heartfulness meditation techniques for completely free. There is absolutely no hidden agenda there. And the founding fathers of this institute brought forth this ethos because they wanted to integrate the humanity with love, with happiness, and with peace. And the masters said that things that are intrinsic to the heart, such as love, happiness, joy, the air you breathe, you cannot buy that. So our founding fathers decided that this will be an institute that will impart the training totally free.
Do you know, I've noticed one thing, because I myself am on my spiritual path, and you find that many of these gurus who impart this precious knowledge to humanity, they will never charge for it, especially because they feel that it's divine knowledge, and divine knowledge does not have a price on it. So I think it's an amazing thing, very well done, and of course it can benefit humanity in so many ways. Can you tell us a little bit about the International Yoga Day? Because I understand that there was an event taking place at the Nehru Centre this weekend, as well as many other places all over London and the UK. Can you tell us a little bit about how you were involved in the International Yoga Day this weekend?
Yes, so you had summed it very well about our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, who had set out at the United Nations General Assembly to set the 21st of June as the International Yoga Day. So the High Commission of India and the Government of India tourist offices based in London, in collaboration with 14 yoga institutions, organized the International Day of Yoga. One of them was held at the Potter's Field Park near Tower Bridge. It was on Sunday, the 19th of June, between 8:30 to 5:30 p.m. And the day actually saw visitors of over 10,000 in numbers, and they were all engaged with the various yoga institutions and practices over meditation practices or the asanas, etc. So it was a wonderful way of bringing the London community together. Over and above that, prior to that, there was a program at the Nehru Centre, and amongst other institutes, the Heartfulness Institute was invited out there to present Heartfulness Meditation.
Wow, that's amazing, because it's such a wonderful thing to share these knowledge. And of course, there are many parts to the same place. The main aim is to, of course, connect and connect with the universal consciousness, God, Paramatma, whatever title we wish to give to the force above. But I always found that somebody had given me a really great example, that if you have stairs going up the lighthouse has lots of light on the top, but there are many stairs to go up. But the aim is to go up and not get stuck on the ladder. And of course, these are different pathways to go to the same place. And heartfulness meditation seems to be a very powerful way to really, really develop. Can you tell us a little bit more about what do you aim to do? What is the history of heartfulness meditation? How did it all come about?
Right. So basically, the Heartfulness Institute teaches people heartfulness meditation, which is a form of Raj Yoga that teaches seekers how to connect to their heart. So as one learns how to meditate deeply, letting go of all the mental complexities and tuning into the heart, there is a sense of inner calmness which begins to prevail. And the exercise of fine-tuning the heart with the mind is taught through this meditation practice on the heart, and therefore the term was coined as heartfulness. And this system, honey, is a very simple and effective system which has been prevalent for more than 100 years. As I said to you before, it emanates from Raj Yoga. And today, our practice is followed by 1 million people across 120 countries. So thousands of meditation, retreat, and research facilities serve as centers for individuals from all walks of life, diverse nationalities, different religious backgrounds, various social and economic circumstances that bring everybody together to transcend boundaries and bring them in an atmosphere of love, trust, and brotherhood. And I cannot emphasize enough that this is a not-for-profit organization that brings meditation and relaxation not only to individuals, but also to corporations, to universities, to schools, and to the communities. And we have more than thousands of volunteers and more than 6,000 certified trainers across the globe who allow the services of this institute to reach individuals totally free of charge.
I think that's wonderful, wonderful, Divya. Really, really amazing work, really. And, you know, an organization that gives so freely and so much with the heart. It's not just a heartfulness meditation, but it seems that, you know, people are passionate to share this wonderful knowledge to help, you know, with the well-being of humanity, of individual, you know, well-being, as we say. So I think you're doing an amazing job. We're going to find out a lot more about this. You know, I am not going to let you go, Divya, until you share a lot more knowledge about all this with our listeners out there. So I hope all these Nusound Radio listener family and everyone who's listening out there are appreciating what yoga and meditation is all about. I've been a regular meditator myself for many, many years, and I would definitely put my hand on my heart to ensure and say to people that it's really, really important for us to do a bit of meditation every single day. Not just does it remove stress and tensions of the day and of the body, but it has many, many numerous benefits, which we'll find out a little bit later about. We also have another guest in our studio, so you'll be hearing a little bit more about how meditation has benefited him, and not just that, about how you can get involved locally. So you've tuned into Honey Kalaria's Midday Musti, and we've been listening to our wonderful studio guest called Divya Patel. Divya Patel has been sharing with us knowledge about meditation and yoga, and she follows a practice called Heartfulness Meditation. But as promised, we also have another studio guest here who has joined us. Before I ask him to discuss a little bit more about how meditation has benefited him, I came across a really beautiful quote. And the quote was spoken by Buddha. And Buddha was asked, "What have you gained from meditation?" And he replied, "Nothing." However, Buddha said, "Let me tell you what I lost." And he said, "I lost anger, anxiety, depression, insecurity, fear of old age and death." Isn't that interesting? What wonderful, wise words of wisdom. So, without much ado, let's move on to introducing a wonderful young man called Kirtan. Now, Kirtan is a university student. He is studying aerospace dynamics, and oh, God knows it sounds very, very technical to me. But the interesting thing is, not just is he a very intellectual student, but he's also involved in the world of meditation. And he's been meditating for 1.5 years or so, and finds it extremely useful and beneficial. Kirtan, hello and welcome to Nusound Radio 92 FM.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, we're so pleased to have you here, Kirtan. That lovely smile of yours, do you always ooze this wonderful positivity about yourself?
Oh, you're so flattering.
It's the truth. It's the truth. They say never be a miser when it comes to positive words. If you can put a smile on someone's face and you speak sincerely, it's a really important thing to do.
Yeah.
Tell me, Kirtan, you've been doing heartfulness meditation for a while, and how has it helped you and how has it benefited you?
It's been amazing. I remember back in the day when I was not meditating and all the sort of the thoughts I used to have in my head. And nowadays, when I have been meditating for the last 1.5 years, and I look back and I look at my journal diaries and all that and journal entries, and I see the difference, and it's amazing. It's like I can't live without meditation anymore, because you know, it's changed my life completely when it comes to going to exams, and I see around me everyone is stressed, and I'm sort of just like staying focused, and I'm like, why is everyone so stressed? And it just keeps me so calm, and just really helps me with exams. Everything opens up.
Oh, wow. And you said it helps you with concentration, focus. It helps you to remain calm. And what other benefits have you seen in do you have friends who also meditate with you?
Well, friends have started, but for me specifically, before meditation, I was sort of like really anxious and like going out there and need to get this done, need to get that done. As soon as I started meditation, sort of calmed me down, and I got my clarity of thought, and then I linked it to my heart. And with the Heartfulness meditation, it opens up the connection between the heart and the mind. And at the end of the day, usually most things are, you have a thought which creates a feeling, and any experience in life is a feeling. So if you have regulated the mind with clarity, and you know you're in tune with your feeling, then everything around you just feels so much better. Your feeling is always much calmer and in tune. You're always moving forward, and it's an experience. It's hard to put into words what it does for you, but the experience you have and the way you feel after a year or so of meditation, it can even be. I mean, I remember after 3 months, it was completely overwhelmingly, the
it made
benefits.
a huge difference, did it, Kirtan?
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, I should share with yourself too, because I tried it for 45 days. And my whole life changed.
Exactly.
I was doing half an hour every single day, and it was like, wow, how powerful is this meditation?
Yeah, it doesn't
and you
take
don't
long.
do anything except just sit there.
Yeah, it doesn't
for
take
half an
long.
hour and
Yeah.
just relax and just, perhaps be a little bit more aware about yourself. And tell me, Kirtan, if you had to recommend heartfulness meditation to others, what would be the one main reason that you would say it is really, really important for people to meditate and perhaps try out this particular technique?
Well, I would say anyone out there should meditate no matter what. But I've seen mindfulness is the one big institution out there, and this is heartfulness. And the difference is that for me, love is one of the most important aspects in life. Everything is like we love from the heart, not from the mind. So meditation helps you regulate your mind, but the heart, when tuning your heart, that helps you with connecting to your inner love. Self-love, love for others, love for all, the unconditional love, as we say. And that's one of the main benefits of heartfulness, because it makes the heart the center of your life. It's the life compass. You have your compass and you know where you need to go now, and you're not lost anymore. And it opens up everything.
So there's a lot of clarity in your life.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. Kirtan, thank you so much for sharing that with us, because it's really interesting to know that, you're a student, you're a young guy, and people would think that, people who are like fuzzy-duzzy or, they're the ones who end up doing these kinds of meditation practices, or they want to run away from the world and not face the challenges that they have in life, so they want to isolate themselves and go off to the Himalayas. So, there seems to be, a different conception about what meditation and yoga really is. Whereas meditation and yoga has such amazing ancient knowledge all entwined in this. And it's all about union of mind, body and soul, as you said, including, of course, the biggest part of it being the heart. Divya, whilst you're here, may I ask you, is there anything you'd like to share? How can people get involved in this kind of heartfulness meditation? It seems to do so much good for people practicing this.
So I'd like to add on a couple of more things to what Kirtan has said. So for instance, we tap out to even the youth, and we have people from the young age of 17 who actually begin to practice heartfulness meditation. So if I give my own example, when my father introduced me to it, I thought he was bananas and nuts, because, people, we literally think that people meditate, when they're old. But when you bring it to the younger people, this heartfulness meditation teaches them how to be centered, and they actually tend to become more focused. So their output, even whether it is a university, whether it is work, whether how they conduct themselves in the society, at work, completely changes, because they've learned how to gain mastery over their mind through the heartfulness meditation. And what I would like to say to you, honey, what we're doing here in London, so that people can benefit, obviously over and above other places in the UK, but I'll talk about London because we are here. We actually lead everyone into what I call the heartfulness relaxation, which is the taster that I had given you 2 weeks back when you had attended the Asian Mela.
Oh yes, the Anand Mela.
So we lead people into heartfulness relaxation so that, their bodies become comfortable, the mind is not interfering with anything, their energies begin to calm, and then we gently lead them into the heartfulness practice of meditation. Now, for for those who are based in your area, which is the east of London, they are most fortunate because we have a beautiful meditation center in Stratford. The address of the meditation center is 5 to 9 Rick Roberts Way, Stratford, London, E15 2FR. We conduct group meditations out there every Sunday at 9 a.m. So the entire community, whether you meditate or not, you are most welcome to come and join us there. Additionally, we also conduct another group meditation on Wednesday evening at the same venue at 7 p.m. So everybody is welcome, and I'd like to stress that this meditation has no connotations with religion at all. Anyone can come and meditate there. Over and above that, honey, we also have sub-centers in London. So we have one in North London in Free and Barnet. We have one in the southeast of London in Bromley, Kent. We have two in northwest London in Harrow and Hounslow. And we have the East London one, that is Stratford. So everyone who are based in those waters can connect with our groups out there for group meditation on Sunday. And if I just wanted to add, I'm so sorry that the way that the public can engage with us is we have a beautiful website which is www.heartfulness.org, and all the information is out there. The seekers will be led to a form to fill in there to register for the Heartfulness meditation. The sessions could be conducted remotely or in person, and our certified trainers will actually get in touch with the individuals.
Oh, that's really interesting. So can you repeat that website again for us?
Yes, it's www.heartfulness.org.
That's wonderful. Well, Divya, we're going to be asking you a few more questions. We're coming to the end of our program at this moment. So any last minute information pieces that you can pass on to our listeners, that'd be great. Now, before we say bye-bye to you, Divya, I'm going to get you back on there. Hello, Divya, again.
Hello, honey.
Are there any last minute messages you'd like to give to our listeners out there? You've been really, really amazing, and I'm sure that the listeners out there would be really inspired to go and try out a little bit of this meditation. I feel like going and trying this meditation. It's really good to be open-minded and learn new things. And of course, Kirtan as well for, coming and joining us and sharing with us this wonderful benefits that he's gained from, practicing this particular technique. So, Divya, any last-minute messages?
Yes, quite a few important messages. What I'd like to say as an extension of the International Yoga Day yesterday, we can invite seekers to meditate with us right away every day between 6:30 a.m. and 9:30 p.m. Just sit in meditation and feel the presence of God, and you will feel the Heartfulness technique, and then you can get in touch with us. And over and above that, we have a significant online presence. We have the Heartfulness app. We're on the YouTube channel. We have the Heartfulness magazine, and we have a rich literature that makes the practice easily available to seekers. All the information is on the website, heartfulness.org. So please get in touch with us. And if there are communities who are interested in heartfulness, relaxation and meditation, they can contact us either via you or our website that I'd mentioned earlier. And we're very happy to actually reach out to the communities and start the practices right from where they are.
Oh, wow, that's great. So you don't have to be advanced. You don't have to have tried this before. You can be a complete beginner to come in and join.
Absolutely. Anyone can be an absolute novice, as I was some 27 years ago, and we will train them right from scratch, honey.
That's wonderful. Well, Divya, thank you very much for joining us. Kirtan, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
And we look forward to you staying tuned in to 92 FM, Nusound Radio, listening to Honey Kalaria's Midday.